Hello, I'm Robin and I'm a normal alcoholic. So, what is a functioning alcoholic? If you stick around to the end, I'm going to tell you how to be a successful functioning alcoholic. I don't really like the term functioning alcoholic or high functioning alcoholic. I think they're very misleading. I think they're kind of damaging to people with a problem with alcohol. You see, because a lot of people might use it as a joke. They might say, yeah, I drink a lot. I'm a functioning alcoholic. You know, sits in the back of their mind thinking, is this okay what I'm doing? Am I functioning alcoholic? Or are you just a normal alcoholic? An alcoholic who just hasn't had things fall apart yet. You've still got the job, still got the family, haven't had any health issues, so you're drinking a lot and you're somehow maintaining your everyday life. And that's all it is, really. A functioning alcoholic is just someone who's built up a tolerance to alcohol and is in denial about the real problem. I mean, I was talking to my boss the other day and he said he was surprised at the number of people he's known that have turned out to be functioning alcoholics. So I just thought, well, what changed for those people? At what point did it become too much for them? Because I've talked about this before, in my video, how do you become an alcoholic? It was that question, at what point does someone's life turn for the worse that you then decided, or we as society decided, to classify them as an alcoholic? So my boss has known people that he said were functioning alcoholics. They managed to carry on their day-to-day lives. But something has to go. As said, they've built up a tolerance and they just go through their everyday life having more and more drink. At what point are they going to decide that they don't want to have a drink in the morning just to feel okay? Or to have a liquid lunch every day to help them through the afternoon? Or at what point are they going to realise that having too much to drink every night is not okay, and waking up every day with a hangover until just being hungover is just normal? When's that not going to be okay? For everyone it's going to be something different that goes. If it's not a slip up at work, if it's not suddenly your colleagues saying, Dave's coming in and smelling of alcohol every morning, and then the bosses catch on and go, Dave, we think something's wrong. He's like, no, I'm fine. He gets stressed, so he drinks more. The problem gets worse. Then they've had enough and they fire him and he loses the job. Then he's at home and the wife says, all you're doing is sitting around drinking. You're not doing anything. And the marriage breaks up. The wife moves out and he loses the house and the kids. I've said this a few times, the classics. Or the thing is, you might be okay, but your body can't handle that amount of alcohol forever. So if your circumstance doesn't force you to deal with your alcohol, something's going to go. It might be liver cirrhosis. It might be pancreatitis. There's so many ways that alcohol can mess up your body and your mind. I'm actually going to have someone come onto the channel soon and talk about all the health issues, the physical and mental health issues that come along with alcohol. But for now, I just ask you, do you think you're a functioning alcoholic? Do you think you're a higher functioning alcoholic, so you're okay? What's your current level of denial? Are you not sure if you're alcoholic? Or are you just trying to cover little things up? Or are you starting to struggle and you're trying to cover the bigger things up? We all go through our stages of realization. I'm no saint myself. It took me a long time. It took me a long time to realize that I was a full-blown alcoholic. I couldn't get away with it. And that I was going to have to stop drinking. All I'm trying to do is impart some of my knowledge, so maybe you get there a little bit quicker. So maybe you save yourself some of the damage that might happen. Because it's just a question of what's going to happen and when. What hasn't happened yet. So here's the big reveal. How do you be a successful, functioning alcoholic? You stop drinking. It's funny, I had this thought a while ago. I was like, I could have called the channel a functioning alcoholic, but I'd already called it a normal alcoholic. So yeah, the only kind of functioning alcoholic is one that doesn't drink anymore. Because I'm always going to be an alcoholic. I just don't drink. So now I function properly. I don't function poorly or barely. I'm not hanging on by the skin of my teeth. I'm living life the way I want to. I'm happy with it. I'm happy not drinking. I'm not in denial. So that's it. If you want to be a functioning alcoholic, stop drinking, deal with your problems, and live life. Fireworks. So if you think you might be an alcoholic and you want to know a little bit more, or you want to find out how to deal with it, then check out some of my other videos. And as always, help the channel, do the clicky stuff, like, subscribe. I haven't said that for a while. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Bye. So if you think you might be in our videos, leading alcoholic or is just, but for now it's